On the vast, unforgiving plains of 12th century Mongolia, a 9-year-old boy's world is about to shatter. His father, a minor chieftain named Yasuge, shares a meal with rival Tatars, a customary act of peace. But the peace is a lie. The Tatars, old enemies, have secretly poisoned his drink. Yasuge rides away, already dying. He barely makes it back to his family's camp. Before he dies, he tells his retainers that he was poisoned by the Tatars, a warning his son Temujin would never forget. With their leader gone, the clan makes a brutal decision. They abandon Yasuge's 2 wives and 7 young children. Cast out, Temujin's family is left to starve on the steppe. They are the lowest of the low, outcasts. His mother, Hulin, teaches them survival, how to fish, trap marmots, and find edible plants. They endure. But hardship breeds conflict. Temujin, seeking to assert his authority, kills his older half-brother in a dispute over a hunting prize. This act, brutal as it was, is seen by many historians as establishing him as the head of the desperate family. On the steppe, survival was often the only law. Soon, the Teochudes, the very clan that abandoned them, return. According to the sources, their leader feared the growing strength of Yasuge's sons. Temujin is captured. To humiliate him, they lock his head and hands in a heavy wooden kange, a portable stock. But one night, during a festival, he sees his chance. He knocks out his guard and flees into a river. He is helped by a sympathetic man from a nearby family who hides him in a wool cart and helps remove the kange. This act of kindness is said to have made a lasting impression on him. Escaping his captors, Temujin slowly rebuilds his life. He is no longer just a survivor, he is becoming a leader. He seeks out the bride he was betrothed to before his father's death, a girl from a powerful tribe named Borte. He finds her family, and they honor the old promise. Temujin and Borte are married, a union that would prove crucial to his future. Borte's dowry is a magnificent black sable coat. For Temujin, this was not just clothing, but a valuable gift that could be used as a political tool. He travels to meet Togrul Khan, the powerful ruler of the Karite tribe and his late father's sworn brother, or Anda. Temujin presents the sable coat as a gift, re-establishing the alliance his father once had with the powerful Khan. Togrul accepts, declaring he will help reunite Temujin's scattered people. The outcast now has a powerful patron. But disaster strikes. The Merkit tribe, seeking revenge for an old grievance, raid Temujin's camp at dawn. Temujin escapes, but his wife Borte is captured, a terrible blow to his honor and his future. He immediately takes action. He seeks help from his patron, Togrul, and another key figure, his own childhood, Anda, Jamuka. Jamuka, now a powerful chief himself, agrees to help his blood brother. Their bond appears strong. Together, the two leaders assemble an army reported to be 40,000 strong to crush the Merkits and rescue Borte. The attack is swift and brutal. The Merkit camp is taken by surprise, and their tribe is scattered to the winds. Amid the chaos, Temujin finds Borte. Their reunion is a pivotal moment, cementing his reputation as a man who protects his own. The victory makes Temujin a hero. Warriors from other clans, drawn to his success and charisma, begin to flock to his banner. For a time, Temujin and Jamuka camp together, their people intermingling. But cracks in their friendship begin to show. Jamuka is an aristocrat who believes only nobles should rule. Temujin promotes men based on skill and loyalty, regardless of birth. This radical idea of meritocracy is incredibly appealing to ordinary warriors, but a threat to the old order Jamuka represents. According to the secret history of the Mongols, Jamuka made a cryptic remark, interpreted as a suggestion they should camp separately. This moment marked the beginning of their split. That night, When Temujin's camp moved, many of Jamuka's followers chose to leave with him, a clear sign of his growing appeal. The rivalry was now open. Sometime around 1190, Jamuka's forces attacked and defeated Temujin's in their first major battle against each other. After the battle, Jamuka reportedly boiled 70 captured chieftains alive. This act of cruelty is said to have damaged his reputation among the Mongols. This cruelty drove even more followers to Temujin, who was known for his generosity to loyal followers and mercy to those who submitted. Over the next decade, Temujin consolidated his power. He began reforming his army, organizing his warriors into a disciplined, decimal-based system that would prove highly effective. He created units of 10, the Orphan, whose members were bound to each other. Loyalty was to the unit, not the tribe. This broke down the old tribal divisions that had caused endless war. He was not just conquering, he was building a nation. In 1201, the remaining rival tribes, including the Tatars, Teochews, and Merkits, formed a coalition against him. They elected his old friend and now bitter rival, Jamuka, as their supreme leader, the Gur Khan, or universal ruler. The final struggle for Mongolia had begun. Temujin moved to strike at the coalition, including the Tatars, his father's murderers. After a decisive victory, he ordered the execution of every Tatar male taller than a cart's linchpin, a brutal but calculated act of vengeance. He then absorbed the Tatar women and children into his own people, erasing his enemies by making them Mongols. Next, he turned on his old patron, Togrul Khan, who, influenced by others, had betrayed him. The Karaits were crushed. In a key battle, Temujin, outnumbered, ordered his men to light 5 campfires each, tricking his enemies into thinking his army was huge. This psychological warfare reportedly caused confusion and desertions among his enemies. Temujin was proving to be a master of strategy. The last major opposition was the Naiman tribe in the west, with whom Jamuka had taken refuge. Their defeat in 1204 would leave Temujin as the undisputed power on the steppe. With the Naiman defeated, Jamuka's coalition was shattered. He became a fugitive, hunted by the man he once called brother. Eventually, Jamuka's own men betrayed him, delivering him to Temujin in hopes of a reward. Temujin, viewing their actions as the ultimate disloyalty, had the betrayers executed immediately. He valued loyalty above all else. He then met with his old friend one last time. According to the secret history, he offered to forgive Jamuka and renew their brotherhood. But Jamuka refused. He is recorded as saying, "There can only be one sun in the sky." He asked for a noble death, without the shedding of blood. Temujin honored the request. Jamuka's back was broken, a death reserved for royalty. The rivalry that defined an era was over. With all rivals defeated, the steppe was finally united. The endless cycle of tribal warfare had been broken. In the spring of 1206, a great assembly, a Kurultai, was called on the banks of the Onon River. Chieftains from every corner of the newly forged nation came to honor the man who had made them one people. There, the outcast boy, the abandoned son, the hunted fugitive, was given a new name and title. He was proclaimed Chinggis Khan, Genghis Khan, the universal ruler of all the people who lived in felt-walled tents. He is said to have given his people a great law, the Yasa, and established a state with organized administration and a rapid communication system. The boy who survived by eating roots and rodents had forged one of the most disciplined and effective military machines on Earth. He had transformed a chaotic collection of warring tribes into a unified, powerful force, ready to follow him anywhere. The first part of his story was over. He had conquered his own world. But his ambition did not end there. He was just getting started. The Mongol storm was about to be unleashed upon the wider world. To see how Genghis Khan took on the great empires of the world, make sure you subscribe to World History Tales.